This what we doing? This what we doing? Okay, girl. Okay. Alright, girl. Alright.
Shut up, girl! Shut up!
Friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. Child, I'm here to do the recap of Love During Lockup. Honey, this episode wasn't popping. Okay? It really wasn't hitting what it needed to hit. But hey, I'm here. Okay? Alright? I wasn't even gonna go live for this one. Okay? So, maybe I'll go live soon. I done hit y'all with some live, so... This episode is called Free Candice. From what? What we freeing her from? From Andrew? Who we freeing her from? Because see, this is the funny thing. Time and time again, we have seen majority of the female inmates getting out of prison. Kissy kissy, huggy huggy, so excited. I'm so excited to be out. But see, when they were inside, okay, it's I love you, I want us to work, I can't wait to be with you for the rest of my life. We hear all that. They get out. I got anxiety. Don't touch me right now. I feel a little uncomfortable. You're a little bit in my space. Step aside a little bit. Step back 3 steps. It's a little awkward. Now see, how many times have we heard that one? Now see, same thing. Candice, she gets out. Now as you know, Andrew done paid for truck, apartment, bills, went in debt, took out his 401k. Just to make sure that Candice was comfortable. Just to make sure that Candice was taken care of. He done packed up everything and drove to Las Vegas with the plan in mind to marry this woman so she can head back to Jersey. Well, we all know where that's going. Don't we, y'all? Sisters. We all know. So Andrew is excited. He's like, she's the one for me. Candice gets out. Kissy kissy, huggy huggy. Okay? She couldn't even look him in the eyes. Did y'all notice that? She couldn't even make eye contact. I said, well, what the hell? Shit. Here we go. Okay? Here we go. So Candice is excited to get out. Her and her dad. Did y'all see that tattoo? Y'all, what was that on her arm right here? They look like scratches. Was that tattoos or was that scratches? I was like, what's going on here? So she gets out. They having, conversations and, she's in the confessional. She's talking about her being in trouble and what landed her in prison. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. And then she wanted us to know. And the producers know. I never asked for him to give me money. I never asked for him to give me things. But since he did, what else am I supposed to do? Who that sound like? Whom does that sound like? See, I didn't ask for the thousands of dollars. I didn't ask for the truck. I didn't ask for him to set up an apartment. I received it though, and I thank you, but I didn't ask. Because see, when I get out of prison and I leave his ass, I would feel less guilty. Is that right? Anything I'm saying not making any sense. Because see, over here in Sasta world, we make good sense over here. If you're new here, join the family. Go ahead and subscribe. You know you want to. You've been stalking my page. You might as well join. So Candice is telling Andrew about what the next step is. And she's supposed to go to a halfway house. And that's part of her parole, probation, whatever. In order for you to go to that lovely apartment that Andrew done set up for you, that you didn't have to put a dime in for, you're going to have to follow these rules. And so here's Candice. See, this is another red flag that Candice ain't shit. Here's Candice. Candice kept talking about, I just feel like that she was threatening me in a threatening manner because she told me I had to finish up this program, you know, before I go back to my new apartment because, you know, of my substance abuse. That is part of your parole. These are the things that you have to do in order for you to go out into the free world. You have to go to a substance abuse class or, you know, the halfway house because you have an addiction problem, Candice. Maybe she's doing her job. Maybe she's thinking, you know what, this woman is an addict. Okay, and she's getting out of prison after how many years? Yeah, we need to make sure that she will be okay. We need to make sure that possibly she won't backslide. How many have we seen do that job? Andrew has proposed to Candice. She haven't even been out of prison 2 seconds. Will you marry me? She was like, oh, yes. Why are they in such a hurry to propose? So of course she says yes, because Candice looks into that camera and says, my love for him is endless. Girl, is it endless? Because see, after you said that and you sat on the back of that tailgate of that beautiful shiny truck, you were shunning Andrew. Don't get too close. I feel a little awkward. I'm just a little uncomfortable. Really? Already? See, Andrew, that was the cue. That was your cue, Andy. You should listen to the back of your mind. Your gut should have did some turns and be like, now what's she saying all this for? Is she uncomfortable, awkward? It wasn't no uncomfortable, awkward stuff when she was pulling out all the stuff that I shoved in that Temu bag. The shades, the phone, the toiletries, the money. All that stuff that was shoved in that Temu bag. Oh, she wasn't uncomfortable then. She was delighted. Happy. Smile on her face. But you sat on that tailgate, you got this close to her. Oh, I feel uncomfortable. Get away. 3 steps back. We all know where this is going, y'all. We all know. Let's move on. Joey and Michael. 10 seconds. The best thing about Joey and Michael is Minerva. Honey, when I see Minerva's hair, I was like, oh Lord. Oh Lord, here we go. So Minerva writes for a sex column. She's part of the LGBTQA community. And so Joey goes there to get some advice, okay? All right, because see, we know Michael. See, Michael been out in these streets. Okay? Michael know how to flip it, flop it, and rub it down. Okay? He has a high body count. Those was Michael's words. Michael said that he'd been with over 100 people. He don't need no advice. So Joey is like, you know what? I'm going to need to, you know, do a little freshen up. Because, see, when he was on the outside, me and him had pretty good, you know, fun time. All right? He was blowing out some backs. I was blowing out some backs. We had a good time. But, see, now he done been in prison. Maybe a little stale. And so Minerva was just trying to give him some advice. And so Joey, he got him a hotel. Okay? Because, see, he says that he didn't want to have no, dirty talk up in his mom and daddy's house. So he's talking to Michael. And, he's got him some oils and some lotions. He's going to try to knock one off real quick. Do some little dirty talk. Try to take Minerva's advice. But it didn't go that way. Okay? Because, see, Michael hit him in the gut and said, listen, a friend of ours, a mutual that we both know, told me that you still got an ad on the dating app. I said, oh, God, who cares? Who cares? You're in prison, sir. Okay? If Joey still has an ad on the dating app, okay? Who cares? At this point, who cares? Is he using it? Because, see, Joey says that he ain't using it. Joey says it's just that. He said, and furthermore, Michael had one too, okay? Michael's in prison. He still had his up, so, whoop-de-whoop. Now, Michael said, now listen, you're going to have to take that down. I don't appreciate that. Because, see, while I've been in here, I ain't been doing nothing, okay? I ain't got no boyfriend. I ain't been swapping out no little Debbies, okay? I've been sitting in here real kosher. So I'm going to need for you to take it down. And so Joey was like, I don't even see what the problem is. What's the problem? You can tell me I need to take down my dating app profile. You're in prison, sir. So then, the phone call went dead and Joey was still frustrated, upset because you could never have a conversation in a 15-minute, video call or phone call. You mean to tell me you went and paid for a hotel room and when that was the end of it, honey, you wasted your money and your time. You could have been somewhere looking at the Golden Girls. Joey. You could have been somewhere looking at the Golden Girls. Let's move on. Tennie and Rob, 5 seconds. Tennie is talking to her adorable children. How mature are these kids? Huh? Beautiful. The kids are... Y'all already know how I feel about the children. So Tennie is telling the children that Rob is not going to get out when they thought, for the little girl's birthday. But he will be out in time for their little trip, their little birthday trip. And Tennie took it harder than the kids. The kids was like, okay. All right, well, that makes sense, If he gets out, when he does, he ain't got to worry about, okay, yeah, it makes sense. The kids, they get it. So then we see Rob talking about how he is taking care of Tennie, how he is the breadwinner. Tennie ain't got to work. He takes care of her, all this. Now, while Tennie and her mom is shopping, Rob says that Tennie is a brat and that he would like for Tennie to be more submissive. What does that mean, Rob? Because you are the breadwinner, because you are taking care of her and the children financially, that you expect her to do whatever you say? Whatever you say. Is that right, Rob? You want her to be at your beck and call. That's why you put them cameras up. Let me tell you something. For a woman to put up cameras in her house where her children lay her head, where her children lay their head, her homegirls come over, her mom come over, and there's cameras up everywhere, you don't need to say nothing about being submissive. That's enough. And then you're looking in from prison? Hell no. Just from that alone, she's submissive enough. Because ain't no way. I'm telling you that it ain't no way. It'll be a cold day. Sing it with me, y'all. It'll be a cold day. It will be a cold day in hell before I allow a man to put up cameras inside of my home while he watching in prison. And you talk about some submissive. So while she's shopping with her mother made a very good point. What's going to happen when Rob gets out? See, he already wants you to be submissive. He already done put cameras inside of your home. What's it going to be like when he gets out? And how the children feel about it. See, that's what you need to be thinking about. Because, see, things will change once he get outside. He's been in prison for, what, 18 years? Oh, it ain't going to be an easy road. Okay? As we have seen in the past. And Teenie's mom, she gets emotional because she said this whole time it's been me, you, and the kids. And he gets out. He's going to be out. He's going to be part of y'all's life. And it just feels like, where am I going to be? Okay? And her mom says, I was a single mother. I tried my best, but maybe my best wasn't good enough. And her mother got emotional. She done started crying. Tennie was like, Mom, it's all right, girl. You did the best you can do, okay? I love you, the kids love you, and everything is going to be just fine. Now, let's spend Rob's money. Dun, 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 dun. Okay? Then we're going to go out to eat with Rob's money. That's what we're going to do, honey, and let's drive them kids. Let's move on. Rick and Samantha. Rick, heed this advice. Don't you marry this woman. Do not marry this woman. Now, at first I thought, you know what, Rick and Samantha, they may be the boring couple that may just work out and we don't hear nothing else from them after this show. Don't nobody want to. And you know, maybe she'll get out and, you know, they can have a little happy life. Sober life. Now that I'm listening and looking at Samantha, Rick, don't marry this woman. Rick is over at his niece's house, okay? They done made some breakfast, all right? And y'all remember Sandy, okay? The girl, the woman who was all over Rick, drunk, inebriated, intoxicated. Honey, she is busy blowing up Rick's phone, child, just a texting. Child, she was still drunk. Honey, it must have been something about that Rick. Child, he got the women after him. So, he is telling the nieces that, you know, he is going to marry Samantha. And, you know, Samantha is, you know, the one. And so the nieces is like, I don't know about all that. I don't know about that. I think you need to step back a little bit. Now, he's talking to Samantha. Samantha done called in front of the nieces. They're having this conversation because, see, Samantha not only wants to get married, she wants Rick to go see her. Rick said, now listen, okay, I've done bent and bent and bent, okay? I am a retired male on a budget. I can't be going here, there, everywhere. I'm not financially sound to be doing that. And I wish you would understand that. What was Samantha's response? Find a way. Y'all see the niece's faces? See, Samantha said, screw your finances. It's not about you. It's about me. I'm an inmate because it's about me. You love me. You say you love me. Then show it. I want you to drop everything in your life. Drop that money and come see me. She's a selfish broad, ain't she? How selfish. He is telling you that his finances ain't quite there yet. He didn't never say, I ain't never gonna see you. But right now, I'm just not able to see you. Yeah, he may be a little cheap or he may be a little tight. And again, he is a man of a particular age. And he is retired. And for someone who has worked the majority of their life, and you want to live to be 70, maybe even 80, what you going to live off of? Because we know the 65 Social Security ain't shit. So what little money you have, you want to save up. You never know what may happen. But Samantha, she's like, screw you, screw all that, come see me. Oh, you're going to. I mean, she was demanding him to go see her. The nieces was real good, wasn't they? It couldn't have been my uncle. Couldn't have been my uncle, because, honey, Samantha would have got her face good and cracked, and I will continue to eat my eggs, bacon, and toast. Who are you, drunkard? Who are you? You can't even control yourself behind the wheel, and you trying to tell me? You trying to tell my uncle how he should spend his money? Bitch, go to hell. In a gasoline-filled Mazda. So that's what you do. And while they were having this conversation, she kept talking about that she needed coffee, that she needed toiletries, that she needed body wash, toothpaste, toothbrush. I need all that stuff. Don't you have children? You have grandchildren. Where's your children at? Oh, it's up to Rick. Rick. Okay. All right. But Rick says that he's still gonna marry her. And one thing that niece said, the correctional officer, the niece said, how is she gonna tell you how to handle your finances from inside? Let's give a strong shout out for that niece. Rick, you're a man of a particular age. You can't be that slow. Stop it. You better listen to her. Let's move on. Ayonna, it's sentencing day. Ayonna is going to find out if she's going to spend 15 days in jail or 3 months in jail. And she is talking about jail makeup. Girl, that's the least of your worries. Why are you worried about jail makeup? That's what you worried about? Oh, bye. Ayonna gets on my nerves, y'all. Is it just me? She get on y'all's nerves. It's just her priorities. You have 2 children. You have 2 children that your mother, thank God for her, is going to have to take care of while you're in jail. And you worried about jail makeup. You worried about Jamal saying that he wants to marry you in 2 years. That's where your thought is at. You are so enthralled in Jamal, in Jamal, in Jamal, in Jamal. You have bigger fish to fry. So here is Jamal. He come talking about, listen, now, yeah, I said 2 years, but it was out of context. See, what I meant from the 2 years is, okay, it's going to take us 2 years to have a nice wedding. Because, see, I know you like nice things. And we're going to need 2 years to have that wedding that you dream of, a wedding of a lifetime. That's what Jamal said. Jamal, born at night, not last night. See, we over here in SASTA, see, if you're a true SASTA, okay, this means we don't know the inside of our jaw. See, we don't wake up walking crooked. We know what you meant, but see, then you tried to backpedal. And Ayonna know what you meant by that. 2 years is 2 years. It ain't have nothing to do with no wedding. You don't want to get married to her right out the gate, right off the bat. Which is smart. But Ayonna, oh no, she wants to get married the minute you see daylight. So it's sentencing day. And she's at home, okay? So she's going to talk to the judge over Zoom, I assume. And here she is with her daughter. She has to feed her daughter breakfast. And so the judge is trying to talk to her. Of course, they could not film the conversation, but they had transcripts. And we see Ayonna, an hour goes by, and she throws her phone, and she says, well, I got 15 days. Instead of Ayonna's big grown self, be like, whew, thank God, I only got 15 days. I may have to do some, some driving classes or some, AA classes. I could do that. 15 days, all right. At least it ain't 3 months. Oh, no. Not this bird. A bird. Not this goofy broad. You know what she did? She started cussing out the judge. Calling the judge a B word. Talking about, the judge said, I can't feed my daughter. I'm going to feed my daughter. This B get to feed her daughter. I'm going to feed my daughter.
Shut up, girl. Shut up.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Ayonna, we got video proof of you inside of a vehicle with your children and your son not buckled in. You didn't even have on the seatbelt. Your son in the back looking at you disgusted, okay? Tired of you. And he wasn't even buckled in. But now all of a sudden, you want to feed your daughter Fruit Loops or oatmeal. See, that's the top priority. Rewind, go back. We seen your daughter crying at your kneecap on that playground while you was fussing with your mom. Wanting a little bit of attention. See, that's what we see. But see, on this particular day, on this particular morning, while the judge is trying to sentence you, you mad. Because the judge said, I ain't got time for you to feed your daughter because this is serious. This is court. You should have got up an hour early and fed your daughter. Have somebody else keep your daughter. Instead of you talking to Jamal for 15 minutes, you could have been feeding your daughter. Stop it. With the excuses and the lack of accountability and responsibility, Ayonna, is everybody else's fault but your own. Grow up. So the judge ain't dealing with you. The judge was like, no, we ain't having this conversation. See, when you get more ready and comfortable, do you want to come inside and do it? Or we going to do it here? Because see, Ayonna, if you had to go to court, you wouldn't be able to feed your daughter. Do you think that inside or in the courtroom, while you're getting sentenced, you can feed your daughter Fruit Loops? And you lucky you got the 15 days. So then she says, oh, and she's going to give me 4 years of probation. Didn't nobody tell me about no probation. I ain't doing no probation. Same woman, Ayonna, the same woman who was going to risk it all just so she can run and have a visit with your mom. 4 years probation. How many times have you been busted for a DUI? Twice? Even your mama said that you're out here living reckless. I never understood this. You get behind a wheel of a vehicle. You can hurt yourself and someone else. You could have wrecked, harmed yourself, and your kids would grow up without a mama. Or you could have crashed into a family of 3. But it's a stupid law. That's what she said, y'all. Y'all remember she said that? It's a stupid law. Oh, that's right. It's a law that will prevent people from hurting someone. You sound foolish. So, she's throwing a tantrum. She's throwing a fit. She's cussing. She's fussing. Here comes Jamal. And so Jamal was like, what happened? What happened? So she's telling him. And so he was like, calm down. He was like, listen, he said, you can't be cutting up like this. All right? Do you know who you deal with? That's the judge. The judge has spoken. Yeah, there's some, a-holes out here that don't care about inmates. There's some correctional officers out here that don't care about inmates. They don't give a damn. But you know what? It is what it is. And you got to go with the flow. You got 15 days. Do the 15 days and call it a day. You got to do 4 years probation. Well, you're lucky the judge, the way you was talking, you're lucky the judge didn't say, oh, so you want to mess with me on this fine morning. I'm going to give you the 3 months. And y'all just get somebody, y'all, what y'all think? You just 15 days. That's it. When you could have got a whole lot more. And you fussing about it. Child. Does she not realize how lucky she is that she has a mother that is able to take care of her kids while she's in jail over something that she did? Her mother, who had to take time off of work. Her mother says she's not going to get paid for some of those days. I didn't hear Ayonna say one thing about giving her mama any money. But she wanted to make sure that Jamal got money on his books. That's it, y'all. That's it. To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. And thank you for the love that y'all gave me on my little picture that I put on the community wall. Honey, that was just, I was coming home. I think I had went grocery shopping, child. And I said, let me take this cute little, honey, my hair was cute. Okay, I was glowing. And I was like, let me go ahead and just bend down and let me take this picture in the thick of the sticks. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.